Puddles in the morning, puddles in the evening, puddles in the afternoon. Well, I'm a puddle boy and she's a puddle girl. The Puddles podcast is starting real soon.
Welcome to Puddles. It's your host, Andrew Collin, joined by my co-host,
Brenna.
We're back, baby. We are back.
Back, ready to attack. Can't talk smack when you're looking like a jack.
Looking like
a whack. That's a better word.
Or snack. Man, did you ever freestyle? Like, you could rap when you're in the car.
I have so many backlogs of rap lyrics, but I cannot freestyle. I have no creative mind when it comes to that. You're really good at it.
What, at just freestyling? Nah, it's putting me on the spot. I don't think it'll be hot. You know, maybe I'll try it. Nah, I've freaking been juiced up. I got snot. I never felt anything ever again. I'm your best friend till the end. Listen up. Don't freaking not hit send. My heart is forever, forever for you. You're my girl. I'm your Jew. We gotta do what we aim to do. Ain't that right, boo? True. That's a Biggie lyric. That's not my own. But I take it down because I'm full grown. If I do this for an hour, would you still listen? At this point, do you want to turn it off? Probably. But fuck you, bitch, because I'm the fucking man. Not really. I got a 3.5-inch penis, and that's smaller than my hand. And my hand is small. But everything is pretty cool when you're not that tall.
That was really great.
Off the cuff.
Are you using like word association or like how does it work?
I think I'm so ADD. I don't know. It's like, I think, yeah. I mean, it's not that good. The key is to go slow enough where something will come up.
Right. I'm moving so quickly, but I'm moving too quickly and worried about it making sense or not, when I guess it doesn't need to make that much sense.
Doesn't have to make sense. Yeah.
When do I ever really make a lot of sense?
That's a good point. You're freestyling every conversation you have. Doesn't even have to rhyme. But you're really good. Like, you'll know.
Sometimes I'll be mid-sentence and I'm like, I'm going to stop talking. It used to drive, I guess maybe you or somebody, I can't remember, maybe my dad, so mad when I would start a sentence and then I would just give up. Mostly because I grew up youngest of 4, and so I was so used to getting interrupted that sometimes I'll just like start sentences and just wait and like cut myself off.
Well, if you feel like you're not being listened to, you're like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I do that sometimes. If I feel like I'm not I'll end it with, I don't know. Like, I'm already like self-defeating, and you know, anytime I have like a real debate and the other person's getting heated, I'm like, yeah, I don't. What do I know? I'm just, I don't know.
My sister and I were talking about how when we have conversations with people, I become very aware, unless I'm like very close with them, very aware of my eye contact. And then I start to think that I'm like looking too intensely at them. So then the whole time I'm talking to them, I'm disassociating, thinking about when I need to break my stare, look away, find something to look at, and then look back at them like I'm practicing being normal, like I'm a sociopath. And then she's like, I do the same thing. And then an hour later we were talking and she kept looking behind me at something so much, I didn't even realize it, so much that I turned around to look to see what she was looking at. And she was like, oh my God, I just did it. I was doing it so much that you were wondering what I was looking at, like something was behind you.
I wonder, I've done that too, where I'm in my head while I'm talking and you can literally hear your words. Like, it sounds like it's on reverb, like, but why, like, take me through, like, so you see the contact, right? But it's like, why are you judging yourself so harshly in that moment where you can't just, you know, like, why are you questioning if that person goes, man, she's looking at me for a long time? I mean, first of all, have you ever, I've never been in a conversation with someone like, whoa, they are really staring
all the time. I'm like, wow, their eye contact's like really intense. And so if they're looking at me, more than I'm looking at them, I'm like, I gotta break away. I can't. It's too much.
There's like a whole competition you got going on there.
No, I think it's like maybe it's like an insecurity. Like I'm feeling really insecure about maintaining the eye contact. And then I feel like sometimes I get crazy eyes, like when I'm talking.
I could see that. They get a little wide.
They do. Like I'm a very intense talker sometimes, but then I'm like, I gotta break away and just.
Yeah, sometimes when we're having conversations with new people, especially, I can tell with you where the conversation, like, you just don't feel free to be yourself. So I can see you going for like a joke or like going where you're just completely yourself, and then you like stop yourself and you almost seem like a computer. You almost like shut down, like, and then you're like, oh wait, I can't show myself. I can't be true.
I'm really scared
to
of
that
being
person.
Judged, I think.
Yeah, you have a really.
Yeah.
I feel like
because I ruminate so much on my behavior that I'm like, fuck, why did I do that or say that? And like, I know that they don't actually think differently of me, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'll call the people closest to me and be like, and then she said this, and wasn't that weird? Like, yeah. I'm such a hater that I'm like, they're haters too.
Well, that is interesting. It's like, I'm judging so harshly. How are these people not judging me?
Yeah. No, I mean, I pretty much overanalyze. I don't like overanalyze people, but I have like one person that I'll call my sister. It'll be my sister, and also she's like a neuroscientist, so like she's the best to like observe people's behavior with, but yeah. I don't like lay in bed and think about it at the same time.
Yeah, I used to care a lot more. Like I remember I would drive to parties, especially like high school parties or even college, and this is probably why I drank so much. And I remember like for 20 minutes before I got to the party, while driving, I would have full-on conversations to myself about what the conversations were going to be at the party. So someone would be like, oh man, Andrew, what do you like? Oh, I love sport. Like whatever. I would play it in my head so much. And then you get to the party and it never happens that way. The conversation never goes that way, or you don't have to be ready. And just through doing stuff like this and whatever, just living, that goes away. And I think you being whatever, you're 28, but it's not, I think that will go away more and more the older you get, where you stop giving a fuck.
But truthfully, when like in large group settings, I would rather just listen to people talk. Like I am a chatter. I know that. Like if I'm with somebody I know, I'm like, da, 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 I don't stop. But if I'm in a very large group setting, I'm like, I'll just listen. Yeah. I don't need to contribute. Like, no one's going to remember what I said anyways.
Oh, that's so sad though.
No, I just want to listen and like find out like things and just, I don't know. I'm like, this is exhausting. Nobody cares.
Well, speaking of exhausting.
But it's cool because then it makes you a little bit more like, when you do say something, people listen because,
Yeah, but then that puts so much pressure on you. Better come through if you're not speaking the whole time.
No, it's like a mind game for people.
You think?
I think like you could say whatever and they're like, oh, wow, that's really
profound.
Profound, yeah.
Yeah, man. She's quiet, but when she talks, boy.
Yeah.
When she says she likes cheddar cheese. Yeah,
but also don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything profound.
You are you're being a lot of self-defeating.
I know.
Today. All right, let's switch it up because, this was a good conversation. I think we've all learned that.
I'm sure everybody can relate.
But
I feel like also you're just me in 16 years, right? Like you were the same way as I am. So hopefully I can learn to give less of a fuck.
Dude, I literally have spoken on stage in front of thousands of people to get to the point where I feel comfortable in a conversation. Yeah,
you're definitely my point. Like sometimes when I'm like, Andrew would just tell me, who fucking cares? Like, yeah. When I'm like, what would Andrew do? I do that sometimes.
But you almost have to go through that shit so then you have something in comparison. Because then you're like, okay, I fucking just ate a dick in front of 500 people. 3 days later, I couldn't even remember it if I tried. Yeah. So why am I giving a fuck about having a conversation with a guy at the gym about dumbbells? It's like insane to think like this guy's... Well, okay, this happened the other day. which would have probably fucked me up. So I'm at
or me.
or
Fuck
you
me up.
fucked us up. You don't like when I say us, right? When I say us about when it's something about me, or no, what was it the other day? Whatever. Anyhow, so I'm at lunch. There was something the other day where you were like, "Don't say or."
I'll think of it. I don't know.
Anyhow, so I'm at lunch with an agent who is a friend who's not representing me, which is the saddest.
Just to be clear.
Like, there's nothing sadder than having a friend now that's a big-time Hollywood agent who I really get along with, and we have a good time. We hit golf balls a lot together. I think he's using me to help with his golf game for pretty much free.
I think sometimes people use you because you're so fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, I just want to be friends with this guy, but they don't want to, like, be a good friend back.
I think sometimes I need
Wait,
to...
is that mean of me to say?
No.
No, I'm saying I'm calling out other people, not you.
But I think what happens is I don't elevate the conversation to business, or I think it's a little, I just want to be this person's friend without bringing in business. Sometimes you don't want to keep them separated.
But you have a hard time. I think you think if you're so casual that they'll be like, why didn't I ever think of Andrew? You know what? Let me call it my buddy Andrew versus you just having to be like, this is what I want. Can you help me with this?
Oh, I never asked for what I want.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not completely true. I don't know.
Melanie's behind the camera, like, agreeing with me.
I've been better about it. I really have. Like, if you literally look at my text messages, I'm like literally writing with a reality show producer right now, being like, I have an idea. Let's meet next week. I'm being more.
I know, but you're worthy. You're more than worthy and more than like excellent and qualified.
Yeah.
I just need you to believe in that too.
I need you to believe in your eye contact. So I'm at lunch, and I'm with the agent who's not representing me, and we'll never do it because I'm too nice, I guess, and a pushover. But if you're listening to this, bro, come on. Just fucking, I got it, dude. I can do it. Did you hear that rap? Anyway, so I'm at lunch, and Jeff Ross and Sarah Silverman come into lunch, and because I wrote on, the roast of Tom Brady, which Jeff Ross has been on, and I wrote on 2 other roasts. He knows me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right when he saw me, I saw him, and I didn't want to say hello first because it's just embarrassing. Because
are you scared he's not going to know who you are?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's the worst. Especially in front of Sarah Silverman, who's like, I think hilarious and been a fan for a long time. And he goes, Andrew, what's going on, man? And whatever. And we shake hands, and he was very nice. And he was like, and this is, and he was like literally going, this is, and I had the menu in my hand, and somehow I just threw the menu. I just literally just like, like I didn't throw it. I think I hit it.
Break eye contact. Break eye contact.
I was just like, I go, what do you get here, Jeff? Or have you been here before? And I just hit the menu like 5 feet, and he just looked at the menu, and he's like, you dropped the menu. And I was like, or I forget exactly what he said, something wittier than that, because, he's a comedian and everything. And then I was like, I go, oh yeah, I do that all the time. That happens all the time. And
that's funny though. That's funny.
Yeah. No, I recovered in the moment. But then Sarah knew the agent somehow, and they started talking, and then I never got the introduction.
And in retrospect, you could have been like, "Sorry about that. I'm Andrew, by the way."
Sure, I could have, but then I didn't want to force it, and then nothing from that introduction.
It's just a normal person.
Andrew, you are a human, famous adult. You have to. Like,
agreed.
You can talk to these people.
My thing is though is that introduction, sure, like I would have said hello, and then it would have been not like, I know if it was like an introduction where we'd possibly sit together or there'd be some kind, there's no point, like I really don't think there was a point to like stress that we have to meet right there.
Yeah.
Where I would have to fucking be embarrassing, where I'm like, oh, I dropped the menu. Oh, you guys are talking. We never actually, Jeff never finished the introduction. That looks ridiculous. Yeah. So anyhow, it was more in line of like not, like in the past, I would have dwelled on that where I'm like, I could have met Sarah Silverman. She would have if she just talked to me for 3 minutes, she would have fucking invited me in for some cottage cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it was like, now I'm like, oh, nothing really would have came out of that. It would have been nice to shake her hand and whatever, have a meeting or like whatever. But, you know, it is what it is. And then next time I meet her, I could be like, oh, last time I threw the menu. She'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'll be like, you know, with Jeff Ross? And she's like, you were wearing shorts that day. And she's like, what? Why are you being weird? And I'm like, no, you're wearing like a t-shirt. It was like, it was a funny thing. And she's like, okay, stop talking to me. Something like that. Anyhow. But yeah, no, these like little interactions that we give so much weight to. You just can't care because no one, and it's like cliche, but like no one gives a fuck about you.
Right.
Like we're all thinking about how we are weird, how I'm weird, not how the other person's weird.
You know, I always confuse Jeff Ross with Bob Ross.
I mean,
I'm always like, who is it again?
Bob Ross does kind of look like Jeff Ross with hair.
Yeah, but like that's the same name. Jeff Ross and Bob Ross is the same name.
Yeah, one syllable.
Yeah.
Jeff Ross,
just
Bob
Jeff
Ross.
and Bob. That's the same guy.
I think of Ross, the clothing store. Is that clothing store?
It's
that store?
I think it's like an everything store. Yeah, and they have cheap sweaters. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, my mom loves a cheap Izod from Marshalls.
What's an Izod?
It's like an off-brand, like polo.
Oh, okay.
It's like my mom always would shop at Marshalls, but get like the nicest thing at Marshalls.
Well, because Marshalls and TJ Maxx have like designer. There's designer whatever things, you know, and then you can get like deep discounts.
She got me and my brothers.
But it's actually never actually what. It's always the shitty stuff or the stuff that's like knitted wrong or like they had to recall. It's never what you think it is. If you want true like designer discounts, you have to thrift.
Yeah.
But they have great home stuff too. I love a good TJ Maxx and Marshalls run.
I think your mic's off. It's fine.
Oh shit.
It's fine. We can just turn it on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's on.
It
just might be low.
It's okay.
Oh, anyhow.
We'll turn it up later. It's fine. Anyways.
Oh shit, you're only on 4.5. Anyhow.
I was like, she's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Whatever. Yeah. So, we are exhausted. We were saying that earlier because Mango, if you have a pet, and you know, we talk about our cat a lot, but I feel like this is a very relatable thing where your pet gets has a problem and you don't know whether to bring it to the vet because vet prices now are almost as much as bringing yourself to the emergency room. And I joked last episode that I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring Mango in and pay $500 fucking dollars. So Brenna's out of town. She's at her bachelorette party, you know, getting...
Mango always something happens when I can't go.
Yeah.
This happened the last time too. I was stuck at work.
So he is going in and out of his litter box, and next thing you know, he's literally peeing.
And he's not only going in and out of his litter box, he has the pellet litter, like Brie system. If you know, you know. Those fucking pellets are, it's like throwing dimes against a stainless steel wall when he's like,
yeah. And we live in a fucking tiny bed.
Digging through it every 5 minutes throughout the night. It was crazy.
His litter box is bigger than our apartment.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's in our ear all night. And I'm like, okay, this is getting us ready to have a baby. But I think a baby, you don't want to murder like a cat. But so Mango ends up... like going in and out, and then we see a little bit of blood, and Brenna's like, you gotta take him in. I was like, no, he'll be fine. No, so anyway, so I bring him in, I bring him to the emergency room, like the vet, because no vets will see, like your own vet, they'll be like, oh, we could pencil you in for 7 days from now.
Here's my thing about our vet. Our vet advertises themselves as an animal hospital. So I'm like, why don't you have an emergency department if you say you're a hospital?
Yeah.
It's literally like, I just don't understand. And I'm like, my cat's peeing blood. And they're like, we can see him in 4 days, which that is like if cats can die from that, you know, if it's like a urinary blockage or something.
We're also on like Cat MD where we're looking at like if your cat has a UTI, it will be dead in less than an hour.
It can be, because as soon as you start seeing cats are really good at hiding symptoms. So as soon as you start seeing them, that means they've been feeling like that for multiple days.
And you see blood and urine. You just like, we've seen so many movies. It's like, oh, this person's dead.
Mm-hmm.
This person's dead in 3 months. So we think our cat's going to die. And I end up bringing him to the vet, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's $235 for us to see him at all.
Because he's a new patient.
Yeah. Or no, but even, I think emergency room. But anyhow, and then they go, and then, okay, so we could do a few things. We can do blood, and then we could do images. And I go, well, how much is that? They go, well, blood would be $500. Images would be $700. And yeah, and then we'll sedate him too, which will be another anywhere between $300 and $600. I go, lady, let me stop you. I go, I just need to find out what's up with his penis.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to know if his lungs are okay. Because if he has cancer of the lungs, he's dead.
If he has cancer, he's just gonna die of cancer. Like, yeah. It's sorry, but no.
We don't have
chemo. We don't have cat chemo money.
we don't have human chemo money. This is the funniest part. Me and Brenna were talking about today. How like I spent fucking. So anyway, so I go.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Oh, what?
Never mind. Let's just not talk about it. I don't want to talk about that. Okay. Anyways, what?
Anyhow, so I go, look, I'm not doing fucking images for $700. Are you fucking kidding me? They're like, yeah, we're gonna get a CAT scan. Jesus Christ. Do you hear that, agent? Do you hear that, Sarah Silverman? CAT scan. Fuck my life. So then he so I don't. They're like, well, we'll sedate him, and I don't know what they did. I guess they did a urinalysis, and then they come back, and it's $509 for the cat, which somehow, with all the other numbers they were throwing at me, I was like, oh, I got a deal. Like they tricked me. I'm like, and I was there for fucking 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours just sitting there.
So what did they say to you?
Like, oh, you got to give them painkiller, anxiety medicine, and a piss pill. Some pill that makes
so
him
he
piss.
Doesn't have a urinary blockage or
he doesn't have a
UTI or bacterial, whatever the fuck. He has anxiety.
Our cat has anxiety, and he got it from
and
because we can't look at people in the eyes.
And anxiety in cats can manifest. It's very common in male cats. It's called SIC, and it's some type of cystic like thing. It happens in women a lot too. It's like the cat version of it. Pussy.
We paid $500 to find out our cat's a pussy.
So basically it can get so bad and like inflamed that they'll just be peeing blood. So anyways, I come home 2 days later. He seems like, I could tell when I got home he was still kind of off. The next day, he's peeing puddles of blood. Like, it's gotten worse. Like, full puddles of blood.
Puddles.
We get another pain pill called in. So now we're giving him every 12 hours 2 types of pain pills and a pee pill. There's no end in sight. He's still acting weird.
If you ever try to put a pill in an animal's mouth too, it is. I mean, a dog will eat peanut butter. Usually you're good. A cat, you need to literally like. Brenna holds him down in a straitjacket.
No, it's
and he'll spit it out.
He spits it out. He like shoots it out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He's a little dragon. I don't know. I can see, like, I get it now when people are like, this cat was not a good fit for my home. I have to get rid of it. Like, yeah. Obviously we're not there with Mango. We'll take care of him. But like, I can see how because a lot of it has to do with the environment, which like we keep this place fucking clean, stress-free. We clean out his food bowls every day. He gets new water 2 times a day. We clean out his litter box, deep clean it once a month. All the things we clean out the poop every day. Like, I don't think that we could like treat Mango any better. But I can see how if like someone has a cat and they like get a kid and they're, like the cat just keeps getting sick and it has behavioral problems, how they're like, we got to get rid of the cat. Like there's just no trash. Anyways,
can it.
so we got all new stuff to get him a different litter situation. We were like, let's try a new litter system, whatever. We both went to the gym this morning and came home, and his new bag of fucking litter that we haven't opened yet was torn open and spread all across the kitchen floor,
which bleeds into our living room,
which bleeds into the living room. It was literally an entire 11-pound bag ripped open. He pissed and shit in it on the floor.
Yeah. So he's already using it, which is good.
We'll insert a photo because I took a photo of him in it, just looking at me like, what? And he was meowing at us like, oh my God, what is that? He was like, wow.
A dog too. A dog, you'd be like, what the fuck did you do, Jeff?
Yeah, but a cat, because we have to keep him calm, so we can't be like, Mango!
Yeah, that'll start pissing blood.
Not that we would be that way anyways, but you can't punish cats. You can only give them positive enforcement. Otherwise, they'll fucking hate you. So Andrew and I just literally stood there and laughed at it, cried for 5 minutes because we were just like, we can't. What can you do? You can't do anything.
I don't have the budget for a fucking $1,000 a month cat. His penis is so small. I don't know how much blood can come out of a little
upsetting.
Penis.
Yeah. So anyways.
So now we got him new shit, and we're debating on trading him in. We're looking at other cats, so we'll see. I don't know.
If anybody has a newer model, let us know.
Yeah, newer. Everyone told us that orange tabbies were insane. But yeah, so these are.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they have to have anxiety and OCD.
Yeah, I can't even explain to you guys.
He literally has OCD. I can't.
In the middle of the night, he's in his litter box. I'm not kidding. 60 to 80 times in the night. So
he just took on our mental illnesses.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an us problem.
Look. What it is I think we let him outside, and there's this fucking cat who's pregnant who we had a face off with the other day that I had to get in between.
This is a different cat.
Different cat than Echo. And they had a face off, and there's nothing more scary than getting in between a face off between two 12-pound cats. Just getting ready, and I'm throwing not at the cat, but throwing little rocks near the other cat. All right,
not rocks. Well, rocks, but little rocks.
All right, I threw a boulder at this bitch.
Tell the truth.
I pulled a knife on this motherfucker. No, I threw rocks, but I didn't hit the cat. I threw them near him to break up the fight. I don't know if that helps breaking up a fight.
I would have thrown big rocks. Get the fuck away from my cat.
Yeah.
I literally would have been like
I was also getting annoyed with Mango. I was like, fucking Mango, fucking listen to your, you don't want this fight. You don't know what this cat has. Right.
Yeah. Disgusting. Ew. Ferals are just so gross.
So feral. And I think it made Mango feral, and now he's bleeding out his dick. And we don't know what to do. It's so we bought some pheromone scents, and by the way, that other medicine was $90 for 16 pills.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. So if you're a veterinarian, I'm sure it's a tough job. A lot of your patients die, and I know that the suicide rate is high with veterinarians, but don't fucking, because animals are essentially all 80-year-old people, and that's who all the healthcare, all the medicine, they know they could get you. They know that they can charge $100. It's not a supply and demand. They know that you're not going to let your pet die, and it's fucking bullshit. So I'm going to talk to Mark Cuban, and we're going to set up a website and offer cat and dog pills for what they're for cost.
Yeah, wholesale. Plus ad fees or subscription fees.
Yeah, a subscription fee. Yeah, and then a fee for us, for Patreon. All right.
We'll be back.
Oh, wait, do you have to blow your nose?
I do have a lot of boogers, but I'm okay now. Okay. It's fine. I'm good.
All right.
Do you have to blow your nose means can you blow your nose?
Yeah. Well, you just keep going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop. Okay, what?
All right, we guys start.
No, it's fine. Keep it.
All right. Keep it in. I don't know if you guys heard the first 30 minutes and you heard a cokehead. Brenna's taking Mango's medicine. Mango, yeah.
I don't want to talk about Mango anymore. I'm bored.
Okay.
I had my
Say
Bachelorette.
how you really feel. You had your bachelorette party. Fine. Let's talk about that.
You mean when we spent an entire episode talking about yours?
First of all,
Your bachelor
I'm
party
being-
with a group of 40-year-old men, because everybody was really excited about that.
You see the real person comes out? I literally make one little joke. You see how angry she gets?
Yeah, because you were always like, it was a joke. It's not a joke.
It is a joke.
Selfish.
We can't fight on here. Tom Hall is going to get very upset when we argue.
He hasn't talked much since we shouted him out.
I don't know. Your mic is not working. I don't know.
It's okay.
What the hell? All right, welcome back. Life is good.
Life is Gucci, baby.
So Brenna, freaking, I don't know if she cheated on me yet. Maybe we'll find out now. Someone wrote a comment actually on the YouTube that I'm too jealous of you, which
Hilarious.
I don't think I am. First of all, fuck that guy. I'm not jealous, but if you even think about any other man,
How many times did you check my location in Chicago?
3 times.
Look me in the eyes.
4 times. I don't
Did
think
you?
I don't know if I checked your location. I know I did. I don't know how many. I purposely one night I was back here because I didn't do anything on Saturday night, and I almost went out just so I wouldn't check the location. You know,
Oh my God.
it is funny
Wait,
when
it's so cute. You're so obsessed with me.
it is funny when like you're like, oh, you want to fucking party? I'm gonna fucking destroy my life just so I don't think about you, and then I'm sad the next day.
That's so cute.
Yeah, but I was about to do it, but then I took a hit of weed
Oh.
and I lost my sunglasses, so I had to go to Warby Parker.
Andrew picked out a new pair of sunglasses high. That is my favorite. I love that for
Just
you.
one hit. Just one hit did him over.
Dude, I
That's
was
all
so
you need.
I was so
All we need.
I was so stoned that I couldn't. I ordered Thai food, and then I ate it all, thinking I'd be less high, and and it actually I was a little less high, but and I drove to Warby Parker. I guess that's not a slow.
Oh, please. Everybody's high driving in LA.
That's a good point. And so
Not that it makes it okay, but I'm just
Warby
saying.
Parker is insane because you walk in and I'm like, I forgot this, and I was like, you know what? It's almost they're closing. It's like 6:50. They're closing at 7, and I'm like, oh, there'll be like no one in there.
They hate you for that, just so you know.
Oh, I'm sure.
They hate you for
By
that.
the way, it was like 6:40. Anyways,
3 times, 4 times.
so I walk in. Warby Parker is 300 square feet. There's 8 people in
this
there.
is my biggest gripe with Warby Parker. You could go to any Warby Parker anywhere in the US. Why the fuck are they all small and overstaffed? They're too small. The stores are too small, and there's too many people working.
By the way, also if you're like overstaffed is bad. What is that?
It was a dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
thought I heard something. Overstaffed. You could be so overstaffed that no one works because everyone's expecting the other person to take the customer,
Totally.
but no one's taking the customer because there's too many people in there.
Mhm.
And I'm high, and this guy walks over.
Did
and
you
he-
want help or not help?
I
when you're high?
wanted the half help.
help. Okay.
I didn't want like
You didn't
those
want people
look great on you.
Yeah, and you don't want people just staring at you though
No.
silently, because I'm like, you're being fucking rude.
Yeah.
Like,
And they analyze you when you're trying
right?
on
It's
glasses.
so weird. I hate it. I hate going in there alone.
Especially
oh my god,
stoned.
that's so brave of you.
Yeah, I was very brave. I was like a 9/11 firefighter going in there, just fucking guns blazing
By yourself.
by myself, high, and I ended up. I think I picked out, but yeah. Anyhow, so back to your. So that's what I was doing, and I didn't go out because I was still a little stoned, and I ate so much. You know, when I eat too much Thai food, I
Fart a lot.
fart a lot by myself and check your location. I checked your location. Okay, I'll go. Well, I checked your location one time and you were downtown when I thought you were staying at your sister's that night. And I was like, interesting. Don't remember you saying you were going downtown. That was Friday night.
I did stay at my sister's.
I know, but you didn't.
What time did I get home?
Around 1 a.m. Rude. Late.
Oh my god, I love this.
It's fucked up. And then you did you stay at the Renaissance Inn?
I don't know where we stayed. I
Yeah.
literally don't know. I don't
Well,
know
at
how
one
we
point
got
your
back to the
phone was
hotel.
off. Your location was not
Oh
working.
yeah, my phone died. The second night my phone died, I was taking photos in the club, and then my phone died, and I was like, "Wow, I'm just going rogue."
So then I think I woke up the next morning to check what hotel you were at, but I didn't know.
But my location was off still.
No, I think it was on.
Oh, because you know what? You were 3 hours behind. I was probably back at my sister's by then.
Well, all I know is I didn't know what hotel you were staying at the night you were staying at a hotel, but I knew that you were in a hotel.
Oh, so you're like, is this her hotel?
Yeah, for a little bit. Not like 3%.
Wait, because I was like that too when you were gone. I was like, why does it look like he's at a different hotel than the one he's at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you knew what hotel
Turns out
I
you
was
were just
staying
at the strip club.
Yeah, it turns out I was just at the strip club. Whatever. So I found out Brenna pretty much grinded with another man.
Oh my God. Here we fucking go.
This might be worse than grinding.
This is what happened. Okay, I'm going to try to describe this for the Spotify listeners.
And Apple.
Please listen on Spotify. So, I just noticed I have a button on my pants. So we were at this bar.
By the way, this is only for the Spotify.
If you're on Apple or YouTube, just stop listening.
Stop listening. Or Patreon. Yeah, just
just for the Spotify.
So I can't remember if this is the first or the second night, but I was with my friends and we were dancing at this bar, like bar club. It's not like a club where there's like tables, but the good medium. And this guy, we're dancing in a group and this guy comes over and was like trying to like dance with us a little bit. And my friends were like, she's getting married. And he started getting closer to me and I was like, no. And I ran away from him because I was like, don't touch me. First of all, I don't know you. Get away from me. And then he was like, no, it's okay. We could just dance side by side. So we're standing like side by like hip to hip, like how if you're walking with somebody holding their hand. Both of our arms are up like this and we're just shimmying in unison like this. For like 20 seconds, and then he just walked away.
Somehow that is worse than a strip club. You guys had a full-on synchronized connection. And this is me gaslighting.
What's so funny
sure.
is because we didn't even talk about it. We just fell into it. Like, we both were just kind of like, yeah. And then...
Ready? Let's do it. Ready? Tell me. This is worse. Now, imagining a stripper on top of me. I was like, it's not even
Andrew
close.
If Andrew saw this right now, he'd be so fucking pissed.
So pissed. And then... That's so funny. That's your bad girl move.
Yeah. And then
I'd rather you bang him without a condom than synchronized dancing.
Here's the thing. You know, I'm not saying I'm old, but like if I'm out with my friends, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not here to talk to you. I don't know you. I literally don't care about you. I'm like, how does cheating happen on bachelorette trips? Like, you're in a group of like girls. Nobody wants to really approach like a big group of girls. No one wants to do that, at least alone. So I'm just like, I don't know. But I also felt like the ring, like we all had rings on our fingers. I feel like that like does deter people too. Like, it's pretty obvious we're all in sequins.
You want me to tell a crazy story?
And then
no, right. Go ahead.
You don't want to talk about my bachelorette?
No, I do.
Tell me.
You said, how does someone have sex on a bachelorette?
Tell me. Oh my God, tell me.
So I was in Chicago. This is like 20 years ago. I was like probably 24. And there was a bachelorette party, and the bachelorette,
you piece of shit,
hit on me. And we went back to the hotel and then had sex. And then
she hit on you?
I swear. I was wearing a blazer.
Did you Did you know that she was the one?
Yes.
Did she have like one of those little veils?
I was fucking hammered.
Okay, so keep telling me.
But the sex was like so pathetic that I think
Did she cry on top of you?
Pretty much. I think I saved the like I think the sex was so bad that
she's like, never mind. I do have it good.
She went home and she's like, I love you more than ever. This sex was because I was so drunk. I don't even know if we fought. Like, it was.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know.
Because you're with your like closest friends too, and they like you're gonna marry this guy, and they're all gonna know that you cheated on him. Like,
yeah, but everyone was so drunk at the club that she just went dip. She was only gone for like 20 minutes.
That's crazy.
I know.
That is way too much energy.
It's so weird. That story happened. I didn't really think of it until now. Thank God you didn't think of it before, because you probably would have been an anxious mess. That is a good point.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Wow.
could have banged fucking what's his name? And like no one
Side
would have
bang.
known.
Side bang.
Yeah, he banged you so bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the sex was so bad. She's like, my husband. I love my husband. That's probably in her vows.
I don't know, because I just wake up every day, like when I'm gone though, and I'm like, everything would just be better if Andrew was here though. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I like girl time too, but mostly I just would like to go home and that you would be there. You know,
Guy time and girl time, whenever you're in a group, it's exhausting.
it is very
It's
exhausting.
just so much energy. It's like
Yeah.
a first date, especially
Mhm.
when you haven't seen the guys in a while.
Mhm.
So everyone's like catching up, and you have to entertain 8 different people. And
Not
anytime
everybody
you're
knows each
alone-
other, so it's like
Ugh.
playing like the messenger, like middleman.
I think you should do the first night, and then the rest of it should be chill.
Yeah,
I think you go hard.
that's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
I went hard the first night, and then like woke up, slept until like 10, had brunch, went for a walk, chilled. Then we went to a winery at like 3:30. Like it
Yeah.
was like I mostly was just too hungover to do anything anyways. But
And then you drink 2 glasses of wine, and
then I drank 2 glasses of wine because I was like, maybe we just go back to the hotel and like order pizza and do face masks. And then, well, at the dinner, they like just gave us a shot of tequila. And I was like, I'm not going to not take a free shot of tequila. So the tequila really did me in. Oh, the first night too, after the club, we went to this, with this weed bar. I've never been into a weed bar. And
Okay.
we got like a weed drink that we all split. It was 20 milligrams between the 4 of us.
time out, you had 4 straws and 1 weed.
No, we just shared one
Oh,
drink,
yeah.
like the 4 of us. But then they gifted us some cookies too. Dude, we were so high.
What night was this?
And then I called an Uber, and the Uber, I think it was like a Honda Fit. It was the tiniest car ever. And he had this big long beard, and like his car had like beads hanging in it. And I was like, I'm too high for this. I'm like in the middle. One of us had to sit up front with him, and we're like shaking going down the highway, going back to
my
my sister's
God.
house in the suburbs. And I was like, I should have ordered an Uber XL. Like I should have just paid for the lot.
Yeah, you definitely pay for the cheapest one.
I did. Oh, for sure. I'm not gonna pay for more than I need to. But like it was just wild. It was and then the second night, yeah, we just like pretty much did the same thing again, and then had cookies. And then I woke up on Sunday at the hotel, and I was in my pajamas, but my makeup was still on, which is such a fail for me. My makeup was still on, and like my shit was just all over the floor. But my friend, I was sleeping on top of the bed. Rachel, who stayed with me, she's like, I came out of the bathroom. She's like, you fell asleep in like 30 seconds. She's like, I don't even know how you did it. You were so fast. You got changed, took all your stuff off, got changed, laid in
That's
bed.
why I know you're fucked up. You don't do your 19-step process.
I mean, that I will do it when I'm like the most drunk. It's crazy that I didn't do it, but
Yeah.
I think I fell asleep in the Uber going back to the hotel too. Chloe has a picture of me just like passed out in the.
That's cool.
and
You
then-
kept your head on a swivel.
And then last night I was laying in bed with Andrew, and I was like, I just like
Yeah,
remembered
yeah.
randomly, and I looked at him and I go, I think I showed one of my friends my tits on Saturday, but I can't remember who. I'm like, because I was wearing this deep V dress, and I like definitely went like, look at my boobs. Like,
It's all right. I
girls love showing each other their boobs. So I'm like, someone saw my boobs, but I can't be like, hey guys, who saw my boobs? So I'm sure at some point in my life, one of my friends are going to be like, remember when you showed me your tits like 5 times on your bachelorette party?
Yeah, I showed my cock to Rusty, so I actually blew Rusty, so we're even. We're even on that. Dude, there's something like you not knowing which friend you showed your tits to makes me think maybe she did cheat.
No, shut up. That's crazy, Andrew.
She's like, I can't even remember who I.
It's crazy. I
Yeah.
would never do that.
Well, who did you show your tits to? Draw it. Can you draw what happened?
Probably. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Where were you
Probably either.
when you showed your tits? Where were you?
Probably the hotel, like inside the hotel
Mhm.
room.
Mhm. Probably the hotel. You couldn't have been at the bar while you got your
I
free
would-
tequila
Okay,
shot.
come on. Be so for real. You think I'm going to show my tits in public? I won't even like let a man
Who else
stand by
dances
me.
with a woman? This is the guy that just saw nipples. This guy. This fucking guy. He's pointing at himself. Who saw nipples?
Yeah, well, we decided to go home that night too, or leave the bar at least and go to the. We played Uno at the weed bar because it was so fun.
That's such a funny bachelor.
It was so fun, but
Uno.
we were the only people in there too. It was just like this empty weed bar and these giant Uno cards. But anyways, but we decided to leave. When I looked over, like I remember looking back behind us, and they're like the creepy men started to gather in like those seats that are always like against the wall, and they're always just like looking at people, and I'm like, I know you're looking for somebody to drug, like 100% hands down. You have that like that look about you. Your hair has too much gel in it. You've got a shiny watch on. I just don't trust you. And that's
if your
when I
hair's
was
like combed back straight with gel, you're definitely drugging.
And I was like, that's the guy. We gotta go. And I was like, let's go. I'm ready to go.
If you look always just wet, that's a guy.
That's a fucking reptile
who's never made a woman wet.
Yeah.
That is a reptile that will check his hands, check his pockets. He'll have some moose in there and some 3 pills. Fucking freak. Well, that's good that you were at least aware enough. I like that happens and then you fall asleep in the Uber. You're like, okay, I'm safe.
Yeah. Well, I was with my friends, but
yeah.
And then I stayed with my sister starting from Wednesday. Mostly just got to see my nephew, which is like the best thing in the whole world too. So,
yeah. And I had a niece. I have a niece now.
Yeah. Well, we have a niece.
We have a niece. Like, yes, we have a niece. Sam and Sarah, my younger brother, had a baby. It's awesome.
It's so
we never
awesome.
I have all nephews now. I have a niece.
So cute. I cannot.
Now there's no
wait
pressure
to
on
meet her.
us. We could have
A boy.
A boy now. I don't care. We're just healthy and with a penis. Just kidding. You could have. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. Sure. You
She's
don't.
gorgeous though.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
They already. Yeah.
She has it's so funny. I showed my parents a picture, and my dad, I've never said anything about this to him, but he's very observant, and he goes, "Oh, she's got the Collin cleft or whatever."
That's so funny.
Yeah,
because we call it the that's what we've called it before.
Yeah, and he just said it like, "Oh, she's got the old Collin lip or whatever," and I was like, "Yep, she does. She's got that cute little."
That little
pucker.
indention.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
so
I have
cute.
a mustache. Maybe she'll grow a mustache. And she'll be fine. Anyhow, yeah. So that was awesome. That was great news.
So little.
Should we play the game to end? What do we have? A history game?
Yeah, do you guys want to play a little history game?
Let's see it. What we got? Yeah. So someone called us out saying our history knowledge is horrendous. It's probably about us not knowing when World War II was. But let's see what we got here. If you're at home, play with us. These are history questions. Any history in particular or just...
all different history questions. We got some world, some ancient, some...
All right. Who was
US?
the first person to set foot on the moon? Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins.
Neil Armstrong.
Correct.
Who was the last queen of Hawaii before it was annexed by the U.S.? Queen Leilani, Queen Alohianaini, or Queen Liliuokalani?
Dude, that was an insane question to put in there. The first one.
The last one.
Queen Liliuokalani.
Liliuokalani. Can't say it without an accent.
What city was the first capital of the United States? New York City, Pittsburgh, Trenton.
Pittsburgh.
New York City.
Oh.
Dumbass.
What leader came to power? Yes. What leader came to power in Cuba after the Cuban Revolution? Fidel Castro.
Yes.
You're just good at history.
I didn't know the Hawaiian one. I would venture to say...
You would have known it if I said it right.
No, very few people know that one. What country did the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team defeat in the semifinals of the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid? China, Cuba, or Soviet Union?
Soviet Union.
That's correct. Not many people, everyone thinks it was the finals. A lot of people. It was not.
What was the name of the landmark Supreme Court case that ruled the racial segregation of schools was unconstitutional? Engel versus Vitale, Marbury versus Madison, Brown versus Board of Education.
Brown.
Yeah, like it literally
Yeah.
has education in the fucking answer.
I thought Mel was trying to set me up with not knowing any racial history. How many years did the 100 Years' War last?
100. It was 100.
100.
Oh,
No,
wait.
99, 103, or 116.
99.
No. 116.
What the fuck?
What
Wait,
an
because
idiot.
wasn't there a fucking question we answered once that was like how many years? And it was that.
Yeah, the
God.
18.
Oh, yeah. What year was the 1818 war or whatever?
Yeah.
It was like 1818.
Yeah, it was right on the nose.
What year did the Titanic sink? 1914, 1912, or 1916?
1912, 1914, 1916. It was 1916.
No, it was 1912.
Yep.
Couldn't be further from the
No,
truth.
It started
You
in
ding
12
dong.
and finished in 16, you idiot. When did India win independence from United Kingdom? 1890, 1913, 1947.
Wait, what were the years again?
India
Yeah.
win independence. 1890, 1913, 1947.
It was 1947.
Isn't that crazy?
hmm
It is 1947. That's wild.
When did World War I officially end? November 1918? Or what? Oh, September 1919 or November 19... Wait, what? No.
Look, whoever made that comment about us not knowing history, what do you think now, bitch?
November 1918, September 1919, or November 1919?
November 1919.
Oh, close. November 1918.
We're gonna have a reading test next week.
I mean, that's
to
just
see what
a-
you guys can say.
That was confusing, right?
Yes.
That's
I
like
put in the
because
exact
you
date
wrote
as a
the
fun
answer
fact.
and I thought you were correcting it. I don't even know. It was November 11th, 1918.
1918.
Mhm.
Man, that's crazy.
I cheated.
On which one? On which one?
I'm not going to tell you how, but I cheated.
You could see through the thing.
Multiple. I cheated. Basically the ones I got right.
Brennan cheated twice.
Well, you just look at it.
Yeah, I can see it, you ding dong. Fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot.
At least I admitted it. See, if I cheated, I would tell you.
Look, I would have told that girl's husband. I do feel bad. I don't feel bad. It's 20 years
It's
ago.
not your fault.
I mean, look, I'll tell you what. At that moment, I remember I was the most ripped I've ever been.
Yeah,
so
you were
can you blame
sexy.
her?
You can't
In a
resist it.
blazer
Oh,
with a green T-shirt on, with like
with
army
your
writing,
eyes, with your eyes.
with the shaved head. But I
Green
was like,
eyes,
in shades,
tantalize, romanticize.
I guarantee they're still together because of how bad that sex was.
I wish you knew who it was and we could look them up.
I know. Oh man, can you imagine if she's listening right now?
What
and
if she
doesn't
listens to
know?
you?
But she wouldn't know. She doesn't. She wouldn't know my name. That she wouldn't put it together. Oh, she would see
Now
me,
she
but I look
would.
so different.
She'd remember the green T-shirt and blazer.
That is true. She'd remember the blazer for sure. I mean, that was no joke. That blazer.
All right.
Anyhow, thank you for listening. Go get on Patreon. Puddles with Andrew and Brenna. We put a new episode up there every Thursday. And yeah, thank you again for listening. And yeah, we really appreciate all the feedback. And anything else?
That's it. Bye, guys.
All right.
Puddles, 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 puddles. Everybody now puddles, puddles. Everybody get up because you get down and then everyone will come over here.